Okay, Scotty. So, tell me where you are. Are you someplace in the mid-mountain states? Is that right?
Oh, yeah, I'm in Arizona right now, so out here at Arizona State University for a show tonight.
Uh-huh. So tell me what kind of show you're doing these days. Are you touring with the band, and what do you have planned?
Yeah, I'm touring with my full band, and we're doing hour and a half sets pretty much, and so a lot of my stuff, a lot of my new stuff is going to be out on the next album. A lot of covers from guys that influenced me, so it's a fun show. It's a pretty lively show. I'm excited about it.
And what are some of the covers you're doing?
We got Garth Brooks, Elvis Presley, Tim McGraw, Brad Paisley. I mean, a lot of those guys some of the older guys and some of the newer guys, and just guys that have really, had an influence on my music that I have the chance to make now in my career.
And what Elvis song are you doing?
That's All Right, Mama.
What about the Garth song? Which one is that?
We're actually doing two. We have the dance, and then Papa Loves Mama. So Papa Loves Mama. That's two of my favorite Garth ones. But obviously there's a whole slew of Garth songs you can choose from.
Right. And you toured with Brad, right?
Yeah, I toured with Brad last year. So with this tour coming up, I'm headlining. So it'll be kind of cool to change the tables, and I learned a lot from Brad. So it'll hopefully I'll be taking some of the stuff I learned from him and putting it on this tour. I go out in the crowd every night and watch him with a ball cap and a hoodie on and just see how he entertained and all that. But mainly it was just how he treated the crew and how he treated the tour. He was a very classy guy, respectful guy, and treated the crew well, treated the people that worked for him well, and that's how I want to be when I'm out here headlining, and make sure people are enjoying their work and enjoying the time out here on the road.
I guess it's been a couple of years now since winning Idol, so what's your perspective on that? Can you still believe you won, or is it, do you sort of accept that you won and now moving forward? Like, how is it for you?
Yeah, it's still pretty wild that this has all happened to me, and it's happened really quick to me. So, but no, I'm still grateful and still, very much, a part of the show and still watching it and everything. But, nowadays it's just kind of me out here, and so, I mean, on the road, there's no American Idol. It's just Scotty McCreery and then his band and country music, and that's how it's going to be. I'll always remember Idol and always, give them credit for giving me my start. But, from now on, it's just kind of like you have to keep moving on and keep putting your music first and trying to make a lifelong career out of this.
And were there any big surprises when you got on, when you first started performing after Idol? I mean, did the show prepare you for the spotlight, or was it something that you just have to learn by doing?
Oh, it's a different kind of spotlight. With Idol, you were there every night and you're kind of the center of attention, but you didn't really get a good sense of it because you were in such a bubble, and you couldn't really have a sense of the outside world. But now that we're out here and we're touring and we get to see the fans face to face, it's a whole other kind of spotlight. But I'd definitely say Idol prepared me and kind of like a boot camp for me,
Speaking of sort of the real world, I understand that you are in college, right? You're in your sophomore year.
Yeah, I guess you'd call it the real world. I mean, but yeah, I'm a freshman at NC State, and my second semester there, so things are going good there.
What's that like to be on campus for you? Do people recognize you? Do they not recognize you? How's that been?
No, they're pretty. They recognize me, and I mean, I'm very supportive of the university, and as far as going to athletic events or tweeting about them and stuff, so people know I'm there and stuff. But for the most part, they're very respectful about me and letting me be and letting me be a student. I think they all realize I'm there to get an education. I'm not just there to go show my face and sign autographs, which I don't mind. But that's not why I went there, to get the attention. I just wanted to go further my education. So I think they get that, and hopefully they enjoy seeing me around there.
Have you performed on campus yet, or any thoughts of doing that?
I haven't yet. There were some talks about something a little earlier on in the year, but I think for me, I really wanted to kind of settle myself down into the university and make sure students were kind of okay with me being there before I was kind of like, looky here, I'm here. So maybe down the road, but not yet.
Right. When do you find time to study? You're like on the bus and stuff? Is that when you do your homework, or?
Yeah, I should be studying and doing that stuff on the bus. I mean, it's all time management. You know, I mean, I'm only on class Monday through Wednesday, so Thursday through Sunday we're touring and doing the music. But you know, it just kind of depends. A lot of times I can finish it all during the week. You know, Monday through Wednesday when I'm there. But you know, like tonight I got a paper to write and all that stuff. But we'll see. It'll all work out.
What kind of paper do you have to write?
It's an English paper. Since I'm a freshman, I'm still doing all those general ed stuff. So,
right.
You know, the English and Spanish and all that jazz.
Sure. So I know what English papers. That's definitely something I've written a lot of.
Yes, sir.
And so you mentioned earlier about playing some new songs on the road. So is there a new album that's in the works?
Yeah, we're in the studio right now and rehearsing and you know, getting the songs straight and you know, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy the studio part of making music and getting there with all the musicians and really figuring it all out. So it's a cool time right now.
And how do you describe what you're working on now compared to your other music? Are you kind of picking up where you left off, or is it a different sound? Or
yeah, I think it might surprise some people. I mean, there's going to be a few songs in there that people are like, oh wow, that's Scotty, but you know, it's going to be fun. You know, I think that first album was kind of rushed and it wasn't like I'm still proud of it, but it wasn't like I had my time to sit there and be creative with it, and be an artist with it. So that's what we're looking to get out of this one. Sorry about the drums in the background.
mm-hmm.
You can hear them.
And do you know when you're going to drop the new album?
We were thinking spring, but it's looking like it may be pushed back a little bit because, you know, for this one, I'm just making sure I got the songs straight. Once we get that, then we'll release it. But I'm not going to sit there and put a date out there because then that means we have to be done recording by this date and then done looking at songs at this date. So I kind of want to keep my options open.
And you had mentioned earlier in the call about, you know, suing some songs by people that you had, you know, admired or some people you've worked with. So have you gotten to meet some of your own idols, or is there anyone on your list that you know really want to meet that you haven't, you know, yet?
Yeah, I've gotten to meet a ton of great guys. I went to see Garth Brooks in Las Vegas, got the chance to go meet him, and I've met Tim and obviously touring with Brad, and you know, so it's been a lot of fun, you know. Getting to meet these guys that I've grown up listening to and admiring. Somebody that I haven't met yet that I'd like to. Let me think. Nashville's really a tight-knit community, so you kind of run into those guys, you know, anywhere. I mean, I've run into the artists that I ran into Keith Urban at the bathroom one time, so it's kind of you never know. Yeah. Okay. But I don't know if I could think of somebody right off the top.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. Yeah. Don't worry.
If Elvis wasn't dead yet, I'd love to meet him.
So anything else going on with you that we should know about? I think I read somewhere you're thinking about opening up your own restaurant. Is that just sort of in the pipe dream stage, or is that coming to fruition? Yeah,
that was kind of a question they asked. So would you ever think about opening up a restaurant? And I was like, sure, I guess. So, that's not something I'm really thinking about.
So thanks so much for taking a little time out to chat. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
All right, take care.
All right, you have a good one. Yes, sir.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.